Welcome to Max Patch. So here at the trailhead for Max Patch in the Pisgah National Forest, and I did some reading, and it is a very popular trail with the locals. So the parking lot is here. Well, this is a parking area, which is here. Patch is up there. We'll be going up there. And you can see over here, I'm down there, and our car's way down there. It's 11:30 Sunday morning. So when I did some reading about this, I read that you definitely want to get here early, particularly on the weekends, and you should know that the road coming up here is pretty rough. Now, you'll be able to make it. It's not a big problem. It doesn't require four-wheel clearance, contrary to what some people said. But it's a dirt road and it's rough, and it's about 20 miles an hour for about 7 miles. All right, so I'm going to go make some lunch, try to figure out if I want to go up there and set up a tent. I think I do. Spend the afternoon and evening up there. We're going to see how much I can get in my backpack. You're coming with me. All right, see ya somewhere on the trail. So we're having a great day. I'm just talking with people as they're walking by, and it's quite windy today. I think I'm not going to actually camp up there. I think I'm going to hike up there tonight when the sun's going down, because with Joelle and I's experience at the that we had at the Grassy Ridge Bald when we were pelted by a storm at night, it's pretty exposed from what I'm told up there. So what I'm doing is I'm at the back of the van right now, and I realize my drone remote controller needs to be charged anyway. I think there's a pretty good chance I'm going to camp up here tonight, because all of these people will start leaving, I imagine, in the afternoon. Plus, I don't want to fly the drone around people. I feel like that's a rude thing to do. So when I get ready to hike up there, I'll do it. But for the time being, I'm having my favorite trail meal, the peanut butter jelly. I love red raspberry jelly. That's something my dad got me hooked on. That was a treat in our house. I don't know about you, but when we had the Smucker's red raspberry jam, I wasn't allowed to touch it. I always had to eat grape, except once in a while. So the red raspberry jam was like cake in my house. So I'm fueling up on Gatorade. I might have spaghetti and meatballs with my sandwich. And I have to make my sandwich. Maybe I'll take a nap. We'll see. It's Sunday, so I kind of want to do my studies. Anyway. All right. So, keep you updated. All right. We're up on top of what is Max Patch. It's really windy up here, so forgive me for the wind noise. But we're going to shoot for a sunset. I think it's going to be spectacular as far as photography goes. And then I'm going to climb back up here tomorrow morning as well and do a sunrise because I bet you that's going to be really great too. So I opted to not camp up here, mostly because I'm lazy, and I of course converted the van so it could be easy. So some hikes you're going to have to hike in and you're going to have to camp because it's so far. This is a half a mile up here, and so I decided I'm just gonna come up here with my backpack and my gear and set up and have dinner, and then go back down and go to bed. If the clouds don't pass, there won't be any Milky Way photography, but this is a good spot on the dark sky map for Milky Way photography. So we'll sit here and wait as the sun goes down, and then we'll do some photography when that starts to happen. Here's my view. Alright, so we've got a great night here. I'm going to be cooking up some dinner here. You can see here, I got my meal. Going to have chili mac and beef. And the light's going to be absolutely perfect. The sky is gorgeous. I have a good feeling about how these photos are going to come out. I'm going to be using 2 neutral density filters this time around. I'm going to be using my graduated neutral density 8 stacked with a neutral density 2, which means that we're going to be at graduated 10. I think that's going to be dark enough to darken those up. This place is incredibly popular. I'm glad I'm not camping up here. I'm going to sleep in the van tonight, but if you look across this hillside here, look at all these people having a great time. It's really, really spectacular. I met some folks over here, let the guy fly my drone, about made his life. That was a lot of fun. I love doing that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have some dinner. I've got about a half an hour before the sun goes down. The sky is completely clear, and so that means that we are actually going to be able to get a couple of Milky Way shots off of this ridge tonight. I'm really excited about that. It's been a long time since I was in Canyonlands last fall in September. It was the last time, a year ago, the last time I photographed the Milky Way. So I'm really excited that you're going to be here to be able to see those shots when I get those. I won't be able to do much because it'll be pitch black as far as showing you how to do it, but I will put the photos on the screen if I get them, and I'll also put the settings on there. So we're going to shoot these shots from Max Patch here for the evening. I probably am going to call it good on this, and before we finish out this video, we are going to come back tomorrow morning if the weather's good, and we're going to shoot some sunrise photos because the sun's setting in the west over there, and the sun will rise up over this mountain range over here. And I'm hoping that we'll have a cloud inversion there and get some clouds down below the mountain range that I'm on top of right now. So this is Rob from Max Patch. I'm going to go have some chili mac and beef, and if everything works out, I'll see you in the morning. Otherwise, Rob out. Okay. We'll be in touch. Well, I got up at, let me see, what time? I got up at 5:30, looked out the window, saw that fog and said, game off for photographing in the morning up on the top of Max Patch. So that's going to call it a wrap on Max Patch. I'm not going to go back up there to photograph in the fog, but I will say it was an adventure last night. I met so many people, again, because it's very popular. The parking area is still filled up this morning, Monday morning. So I met a lot of good people. I think that's one of the things that's been so much fun is I've met some really neat folks on the trail, people that I would be able to be friends with. Last night was really cool. Got to show some people how to shoot the Milky Way. And that was really exciting for them to be able to see it on the back of a camera and have it kind of come out last night before their eyes. It was completely clear last night, up until about 11 when I got back to the van. So, you know, part of these adventures, as I'm starting to learn, as you're starting to become kind of a culture, or become part of a culture of people who are fairly carefree. So that's been really, it's been really kind of fun for me to meet some of these folks. So it's early. I'm going to have some coffee, pack down the van, do some housekeeping and clean up, and move on to our next adventure on the road. So we'll see where that takes us, and I'm hoping you'll come along in the next video and see. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found anything helpful, settings or trail help or whatever helpful, I'd love it if you'd give a thumbs up. That helps to create interest, of course. And if you'd subscribe, consider subscribing to these adventures. That'd also be a lot of great fun for me. I'd appreciate that a ton. And beyond that, well, for now, this is Rob out.